Watched it in 3 sittings with my parents. At some point, my dad turned to me and said, "They really aren't trying to make this guy look good."
Which is funny because his brother had script approval.
Right. It's different times, man.
His brother's like, I have grudges, so.
Even the screenshot is epic, by the way. Can I just point that out? But
yeah.
They call him Orance because he doesn't take L's.
Dude, it's so fucking relatable as someone that's been called like Orist before, like Boris, like Florist. Like I've had people like just mishear what like, which you wouldn't think that they'd mishear it that much, but like for them to call him like, to think his name is like L. Orance, I'm like, sounds like me. Like I'm Forrest of Arabia. That's why I made that joke.
Exactly. Lawrence was wildin'.
Yeah. He really is like manic pixie dream Brit.
Yeah, absolutely. I love how Lawrence is always about to cry or about to slay or both.
Yeah. He's smart enough to like not cry usually in front of the men. Don't let me cry in front of the men.
Exactly. Saves that for private. All that to die on a motorbike.
Right? That's the thing. That's fucking crazy. I mean, to be fair though, like, you know, the whole Jesus story, right? Like he's resurrected. You don't find out, like, I don't know what the fuck happens to Jesus. Like they don't cover that.
He died on a motorbike is what I.
So for all you know, like Jesus got thrown from a camel and then died again or something. Like
they were trying to do a gun stunt with Jesus. So many camels.
Yeah.
I feel actually kind of bad for Peter O'Toole, like, because he got so fucked up by having to, you know, 2 years on the back of a camel pretty much for this whole shoot. And then every time he went to places, like David Letterman had him come out on the back of a camel, like
it's the last thing you want is to be on a camel.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Camels are like really like bastards. I mean, I've ridden a camel before. They're not fun.
Yeah, they have them at a Marine Rural Africa, USA. I've ridden a camel and an elephant, both.
I've only ridden horses. I've ridden quite a few horses. But...
Speaking of horses, I will say the one and only time that I paused the movie was because when they're riding the camels, the group's riding the camels, and then the guy comes in with the horse. I was like, Arabian horses, right? And then I was trying to remember what the distinction was with horses and like where they came from, this and that. Anyway, I paused the movie and read up a lot about Arabian horses, and that was literally the only time that I would even have dared to pause this movie.
There's also quite a few sheep in their convoy during that final battle. And I'm like, did those sheep had to have died? Like, did they just like, is that like grilled sheep? Like the sheep get hit by fucking artillery or something, and they're like,
yeah, I don't know. That's for the smaller members of the party.
Yeah, they're riding like a lambs to the slaughter.
Yes, not a woman in sight, just boys being boys.
Promising young chap.
It's very much a dude's rock movie, for sure. Lawrence Muad'Dib of Arabia.
His eyes are glowing in this.
His eyes are so blue. Yeah.
I tried to capture that really funny.
When the Turks take him hostage, and they're like looking at him, they're like trying to figure out like what, like, you know, where is this guy from? Like they're trying to figure out like who, like, is he like some kind of weird Arab they've never seen before? Like, and I'm like, dude, his eyes are blue and his hair is fucking blonde, dude. Like what?
What do you think is happening here? Yeah, exactly. Dune prequel. Add a worm in, and it would have been a 5 out of 5.
Imagine this movie with a worm, but they don't mention that there's gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like it just
shows
within
up.
the 4 hours span. Yeah. They're like, we got to get past the sandworms. You're like, sandworms?
Sandworms? What are you talking about?
Yeah, he just randomly rides one into Erebus.
Yeah, that's you know, a lot of some people dip out after the intermission, so they don't remember that one of the sandworms shows up after that.
Yeah. KT actually, not only did she dip out, she actually walked home from the theater that she was at, and she didn't drive because she left the person who drove her to the theater at the theater.
Wow, that's mad, boy. Yeah. I've been mad at movies before, but I don't know if I've ever been that mad.
That was impressive.
Yeah, your rage is impressive. Alec Guinness has the most bizarre screen presence of all time. Why does he speak like he's casting an ancient enchantment?
Prince Faisal. That's